What it do? YouTube/Patreon/bit shoot. Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to send a message to Travis Scott, right? So before I start this message, I just want to say my condolences go out to all families out there that lost family members, relatives, and or friends at that Astro World concert event. And this is just a neutral perspective. No, I wasn't there. So a lot of people gonna say, who cares about your opinion, blah, blah, blah. And you got the right to say that. But at the same time, this is just a neutral perspective. And Travis Scott probably don't even give a damn about what I gotta say. But you never know. You know, he might say this, he might not, but I'm not here to disrespect that man. I'm not here to make fun of the situation. Yes, I did make a video on this in the past, but just really on some down to earth, genuine-ish, you know what I mean? I read some of the comments from the fans on Twitter about the whole situation. And I'm gonna just give you a perspective, and that's all it is. Because at this point in time, I'm pretty sure that Travis is going through, a very tough time mentally, emotionally, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I see it from all parties' perspectives. So with all that being said, I just want to say this, right? With that situation that had happened at that concert, it was unfortunate, what had happened. Excuse me. Is it Travis Scott's fault? I won't necessarily say that, because who am I to say that is his fault? So I'm not gonna say that. I would probably say more like Travis, like just in the future, because I personally hope like your career is not over. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a hater. I don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I personally hope your career is not over. Yes, I know the situation was tragic. People lost their lives. I understand that. And then how it was portrayed, like he kept on going on, and stuff like that. And it's like you gotta look at it from a different perspective. Yes, it was a tragedy. Yes, it was unfortunate. But I would say more like just in the future, just make sure you hire more professional people. Make sure you and I'm not saying he wasn't thinking this or he wasn't doing this, but it's just a perspective. Just like make sure that your events and shit is just prepared properly. Make sure you go through the event yourself. You know what I mean? Hire better security. You know what I mean? People who actually care. That's not just there on some fanned out type stuff. Like go through the event, look. You know what I mean? See the assets versus the liabilities. Just things of that nature. Like just actually take the proper precaution so that type of stuff won't happen. And although pretty sure him, Kylie, the fans, his manager, the security, a lot of people probably didn't even expect that to happen, because at Travis Scott's concerts, it's always mosh pits, people raging and stuff like that. And that's cool. That's cool. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how things played out at that event. It's unfortunate. But I want to say this. With the whole Kardashians, the Jenners and stuff, how they separate themselves from him. Now, like I said, I see it from both perspectives. Now, I would say the reason why that Kylie is separating herself from Travis and stuff like that, because she has a brand to protect. Just like their family, they got a brand to protect, things of that nature. And it's like, you got to look at it like this. And just like a lot of the endorsement deals and stuff that he's losing, which is unfortunate, these people, they are separating themselves from his name because of that event. Because not that he's a bad person or anything like that, but just the whole tragedy that happened. Like, for example, this is just an example. Like if McDonald's, which was one of his endorsement deals, which actually ended in 2020 anyway, but let's just use him as an example. Let's say if McDonald's was to continue to be like, we're gonna support Travis Scott, there are a lot of parents who lost their children, a lot of fans and stuff, they gonna look at it like, oh, so McDonald's, they support that type of behavior, that so McDonald's support death. Like people gonna try to flip it and do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Cause that's just the world we live in. Like people just that hateful, they gonna try to flip it. Or let's say with Nike, if Nike was to be like, okay, we gonna keep dropping these shoes and stuff, a lot of people gonna look at it like, oh, so y'all support that type of behavior. So that's kind of like the same reason that that Kylie separated herself from him. But the only thing I don't understand about that is that they were behind stage at that concert, and she sent out what was it, either an Instagram post or it was a Twitter post, a tweet or something like that, and she said that they didn't know about the fatalities until the next day or something like that, or until it actually was reported. They didn't know. And it's like, yeah, they got a child together. I don't know how many kids they got together, but I know they got like one kid together. I don't know if they have any more, but you gotta look at it. It is fucked up that like when something like this happened and a coincidence, which I don't really believe in coincidence, that he so happened to be black, that they want to separate themselves when he at his lowest point. And that always happens when you at your lowest point, and it don't even matter your skin color, but it's just this situation that it looks like that. And a lot of fans is pointing that out, like, oh, the Kardashians, like one person said, they always want to get with black dudes, and then when they at their lowest point, they don't want to hold them down. And that's an accurate point. It looks like that. But at the same time, I personally think, let's say, for example, hypothetically speaking, if Kylie was dating a white dude or a Hispanic dude or an Arab dude or something like that, example, and something like that happened, a tragedy happened at one of their events, I think they would still separate themselves from that person because, for example, it's not like that they hate him or anything like that. Well, I'm not them. I don't know what they feel, but these people are business women, right? The Kardashians, the Jenners, they business women. They have children. So if they was to continue to be seen around him at this time, they're gonna lose more and more endorsements themselves because a lot of people gonna be like, oh, so y'all support this type of behavior. Like I said, you know how people like to flip stuff around. So I see it from both their perspectives. But then again, it's like, it does look like that, like, oh, you don't want to hold him down at his lowest point. But like I said, it's not even that. Like I said, if it was a white dude or something like that and a tragedy happened, Kylie would still separate herself because she has a brand of her own. If her brand gets destroyed or they family brands get destroyed and they lose everything, then what? Then it's like all y'all lost everything, and it's like you see what I'm saying. So it's like it's not that they even hate the dude or that they not supporting him or whatever. It's just they can't be seen around him at this time due to the fact of the circumstances that happened. Is this his fault? I personally don't believe so. Did he keep rapping and record? I mean, not recording. Did he keep on rapping and stuff while people were screaming? Yeah, he probably couldn't literally hear it. Have you ever been to a concert before? Have you ever been to a club before? The music be so fucking loud. It's hard to get somebody's attention. Plus, a lot of security was telling people to fuck off and stuff like that because in the past, you don't know if some. And like I said, this is before they even, like they said, this was when all the deaths and stuff was happening. Excuse me, they couldn't get him to stop the concert, and they couldn't get the security's attention because the security are already used to people bearing false witness. Oh, like for example, you know how a lot of people be saying, "Oh, I know Travis, man, that's my homie. We grew up together, knowing damn well they don't know Travis. You know what I mean?" And they just trying to get close to him type shit, whether it's a psycho fan, a super crazy fan, or something like that. The security gonna be like, no, you got to get up out of here. So they could have been looking at it from that situation, and they didn't really know what was going on. So I personally don't think it was his fault. I just think the people that he had on his team, the security. I just think they were more unprofessional. I don't think it's Travis' fault at all. I think it was just like the event, the venue, you know what I mean? It could have been bigger, you know, how they had the barricades and stuff set up. I forgot who it was that was like behind the tour and stuff like that. I mean, not the tour, but like the concert. It was one of those people. I forgot, like those event people. It's like it was just, you know what I mean? Like I said, just proper preparation prevents poor performance. You know what I mean? I have no hatred towards that man. Like I said, I hope his career, you know, flourishes again because he's a dope artist. He's good. You know what I mean? And things of that nature. But like I said, I see where the fans is coming from. It looks like a racial thing. Like, oh, they don't want to hold him down because he's black. He at his lowest point, which when other things have happened to other, you know, so-called black celebrities that was dating those girls, they would distance themselves and get away from them. So it does look like, oh yeah, if he wasn't black, they'd be supporting him. I mean, yeah, you can look at it like that. You can say that. But me personally, you know what I mean? Just being a businessman myself and a visionary and an entrepreneur myself, you have to look at it for what it is. It's not like they hate him or whatever. Like I said, I'm not them. I don't know what they think. I don't know what they feeling. But they have a brand themselves that they have to protect. Just like McDonald's, they have a brand themselves they have to protect. Just like Fortnite, Nike, they have a brand themselves that they have to protect. And this is not the right time to really be seen around him because of that incident. Like I said, I personally don't think it's his fault, but since it was his concert, he's the artist and stuff like that, they're gonna blame him. That's just how it goes. You know what I mean? And his management team and the security and the people who hosted the event and stuff like that. So Kylie separating herself from him for now would be the smartest move because, like I said, if they didn't and he continued to be seen together in public or she was continued to be seen around him and stuff, you know, people gonna flip it around and be like, because there's just a lot of emotions going on right now. So people gonna flip it around and be like, oh, um, so you support that type of behavior after this happened, this, da, 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 because there's a lot of emotions going around. So me personally, I think that would be the smartest move for them as business women to protect their own brand. Because it's like, they risking their livelihood and they brand too. You know what I mean? If they continue to be around him. I'm not saying he a bad person to be around. I don't know. I've never been around him. I'm just saying on a business level, they're doing that because that would be the smartest move. Now, like I say, I hope the best for this man. I hope he can make it out of this situation. But that's really just my take on that whole situation. You know what I mean? So wake the damn up. More videos coming soon, man. For real, for real.